night on 2K Sports. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, the Professor.
at my ends. In the bin.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And happy just a couple of weeks into the season, certain rookies are showing they belong in the NBA. Checking out the rookie race watch. He's hanging towards the back of the pack in the early goings. But there's still time left for him to have a breakout performance.
He hasn't completely blown people away, but he's still been solid. You'd like to think he's trending in the right direction.
You know, everybody's pace of development and adjustment is different. He certainly is a little behind right now, but I'm starting to see signs that his game is taking shape, and I bet you he cracks the top 10 before long.
Let's check out Minnesota's starting lineup. They've got Johnson, and it's Duncan in at the point. And for New York, and it's Big Daddy in at the 5. So New York will get their first possession, and now about a third of the way into the season. You think it's too early to talk about awards, Grant?
You know, B.A., it depends on the award, if I'm being honest. MVP and Rookie of the Year, that's way too early. Well, you can begin to see the guys who are in the running for Most Improved or Sixth Man. He put some rage into that one, B.A.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from him.
Pass to Boomer. Sweet little floater.
The floater, always a hard shot to contest.
Here's the great. Here's ABC. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot.
And you got to defend better than that. I mean, that's a good look for him.
And you do not want to let him get going early because that can get you cooked.
Now here's Johnson. Pass to Lively. Here's Boomer. 5 on the clock. No good on the 3. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Look great with the bucket.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Johnson with it. Pass to Lively. Here's Boomer. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Boomer's got 5.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Here's Boomer. He's got 5. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
And the basket by the Doctor.
5 buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start.
Duncan, pass to Boomer. Inside. Lively with the bucket.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
New York leading by 3. Here's the great. Pass to ABC. A shot from the mid-range. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And this game, the first chance they've had to see New York.
We see these teams face off only twice a year. Last year, each 1-1.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one. You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
Pass to Doctor. Here's ABC, covered by Lively. Here's Freeman. And again, New York with the triple.
That is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feed.
And here's Lively. Here's Duncan. Here's Boomer. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. To the wing on the left. ABC, the pass to the great. And it's New York scoring again.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
To the right side. To the paint. Lively with the bucket. Lively's gotten his second bucket on the night.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
Here's the great. He's got 5. ABC.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Here's Duncan. Shoots from the baseline. No luck on that one. Here's ABC. To the middle. Here's the Doctor. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, B.A.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Here's Johnson after the basket by New York on the other end. Pass to Duncan. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. Much better off making him go to the line.
All right, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for New York.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
And he can't hit the second. New York leading by 6. Pass to Flash. Here's Bird. Check by James. Here's Cowboy. Uncovered. The rebound by Blackman.
Defense practically daring him to take that shot in. It worked out for him.
And he dunks it down.
And this early scoring is as much about the lackluster defense as it is about either team's offense.
Pass to Freeman. To the inside. Here's Cowboy. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Down low. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Here's the great. 5 points in the game. To the inside. Here's Cowboy. Soft touch off the glass. Cowboy's gotten his second bucket of the game.
And you know Coach loves seeing his offense operate at this level. Great passing out there.
5 straight baskets resulting from assists. They're playing as one unit out there.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Here's Flash. No points so far. Out to the right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Bird. And it's New York scoring again.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Pass to Duncan. Here's Blackman. And the 3 off target. New York leading by 6. Here's Freeman. Pulls up on the wing. That's short off the rim.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
1:41 left in the opening quarter. And that one is stuffed right through.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Here's the great. 5 points in the game. There's a screen. Here's the 3. Gets rebounded by Minnesota.
And most of the arena was totally against them. But they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Well, you know, the cohesiveness was evident out there. These guys feel like they can win in any arena. And they proved it that game.
And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Minnesota shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Shooting for Minnesota.
New York has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Here's A-Train. There's the block. Here's Duncan. And that misses. That would have put him up. 27 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's A-Train. Pass to Flash. Fires from deep. And he buries his first look.
Look, when you play as a team, good things tend to happen for you.
Here's Duncan. No good. Misses at the buzzer. No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. New York out in front. They're up by 4. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number 2 after this. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And from what we've seen from New York, what's your take so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
And you know what? That's what happens when you establish your 3-point game early. Puts the defense right up against it.
On the court for Minnesota, they've got James, and it's Boomer in at the 3, the small forward. A-Train passes to Bird. Here's the Doctor, covered by Johnson. Here's Bird, pass to ABC. Inside, the Magician. Can't get it to drop. Here's Boomer. Now here's Lively. And here's James. Here's Boomer. And it's all from three-point range.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
One of his specialties on display there, a nifty lead pass.
And Grant, when it comes to a franchise player, how much does it help to have a guy who unites the locker room?
Well, you know, B.A., when you think of guys like LeBron James or a Stephen Curry or Tim Duncan, it's not just about their play on the court, but the type of person you see in the locker room. That can rally a franchise.
And Minnesota with possession here. 7-point differential. Their next game is at FedEx Forum in Memphis for a matchup with the Grizzlies. They're getting into the back half of a 4-game road trip. Johnson passes to Lively. Here's James. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Shot clock at 5. And the basket is good. He got it to go, and he took the bump. So a free throw coming up. An opportunity at a 3-point play. Minnesota shooting their 4th attempt at the line tonight.
Shooting for Minnesota. Lively at the line for 1.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Lively. Now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second. Pass to Doctor. The 11-footer again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take it.
Now here's Lively. His last outing, he had 20. And there's a pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. All sorts of time. Nice jump shot.
Number 5. Assist from Johnson.
New York leading by 4. Pass to A-Train. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. He drops it from range. The Doctor's got 8 points in the quarter.
This is some kind of performance we're seeing from him today. He has yet to miss a shot.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. New York making a switch here. It's the 2K leaderboard showing the teams with the most points off turnovers last season. Second, New York.
It seemed like almost every time they forced an error, they converted on it. Not just winning turnovers, but taking them to the bank.
And we're just over 2.5 minutes into the second. Pass to Lively. Jacks up a 3. Minnesota again missing. New York leading by 7. Here's ABC. And again, New York with the triple.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 2 of 5 shots to fall this second quarter. Pass to Lively. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5.
Well orchestrated. And then the pass is right on the money.
Here's Freeman. To the paint. And that one's good. ABC. ABC's got 5 points in the quarter.
He drops yet another dive. Just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
Out to the wing. Outside Johnson. 6 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot. Boomer. No good with the triple. New York leading by 10. Pass to ABC. Pulls it from the corner. Rebounded by Johnson. Minnesota's gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. And that one goes in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw. And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
At the line for the away team, Johnson, shooting 1.
New York has gone 2 for 2 from the arc here in the second. Here's ABC. Check by James. Here's ABC. 9 points in the game.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Boomer passes to Johnson. Here's Boomer. From downtown, Big Daddy grabs a board. Big Daddy's got 4 rebounds now.
He's off his game right now, trying to find a groove.
Minnesota trails by 7. Outside Johnson. Back to Lively. Fades and shoots. Hits the front of the rim and out. New York has gone 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this matchup. Here's the doctor, and he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
This first half has been all him. He's getting to his spots and going to work.
And here's James. He's scoreless. Pass to Lively. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. James outside. Here's Boomer. No good on the triple.
If this quarter is any indication, he's not going to be the guy to turn this game around in their favor.
Minnesota trails by 9. To the middle. Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. New York leading by 7. Here's the great. He's got 5. From outside the arc. The rebound by Blackman. And so James will bring it up for Minnesota. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
He got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening. The first free throw is good.
They found their rhythm at the free throw line this quarter, trying hard to make up ground.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. For New York, they've gotten 6 of their 12 attempts to go since the end of the first. The great, the pass to the magician. And out of bounds, Minnesota will have it. Here's James. Pass to Duncan for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Cowboys got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Bird in his last outing with 12 points. Here's the great. They set the pick to the paint. Here's the magician to the left wing. 4 on the clock. New York again can't hit. Minnesota trails by 6. James deciding where to go with it. Pass to Blackman. Harris outside. Here's Duncan. There's the 3. The rebound by Cowboys. Cowboys got 5 rebounds in the game.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Here's the great. He's got 5. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot 1 more at the line. New York shooting their 2nd attempt at the line tonight.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
1 shot.
And the free throw, no good. Minnesota trails by 8. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
First personal foul, 4th team foul. At the line for the away team, number 45, 1 shot.
And New York has possession. They've led by as much as 10.
And guys, those road games are never easy. But they had a solid strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, you know, game balls all around in that one. A terrific team effort. They trusted in their system and executed well to get the win. Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
1:11 left in the second. Pass to Duncan. Now here's Harris. And Harris throws it down.
He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
And New York has possession, following the score by Minnesota. There's a screen. The great sinks the tray. The great's got 8 points.
That's a guy you need to defend, especially from range.
29 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Duncan. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And this is his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
At the line for the away team, Duncan, taking 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And he makes both free throws. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Bird. Pass to the great. Shoots from 14. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And so it's New York with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. And they push the tempo in this one, getting out in transition and making the defense pay. We'll be right back with you shortly.
Welcome, everybody. The story tonight has been a solid.
You'll see teams attempt to space the floor, but these guys really do it. They've got great shooters who take great shots.
And a few times, even when they didn't have a good look, they made it look good.
All right, fellas, time now to take a look at these early season standings in the East. And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Minnesota trails by 6. And it's Freeman in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Mike Brown. Now here's Lively. Fires the 3. Nope, 4 for 7 now. Here's the great. Here's the doctor. Oh, he's on fire. 8 for 8 and just looking relentless.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And a slam dunk by Lively.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Here's the doctor. Pass to Big Daddy. Here's Freeman. There's the screen. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from outside.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Here's Duncan. 10 points for him. Can't cash it in from the high post.
Coaches loathe empty possessions. You got to be able to hit the easy ones.
Pass to the great. Here's Big Daddy. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they play and a confidence they're not afraid to show.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
Here's Duncan. After the basket by New York on the other end. Outside Johnson. Pass to Duncan. Fires the 3. Knocks down the long J. Duncan's got 13 now.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Here's the doctor. Here's Big Daddy. Here's the doctor. Covered by Johnson. And the basket by the doctor.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Pass to Lively. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Lets it fly from 18. And it's New York with a rebound. Big Daddy's got rebound number 7 tonight. The great, the pass to ABC. Here's the doctor. Wow! Now 10 for 10 after that one. He's on fire.
On fire to start the second half. 4-5 from the field.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And checking the 2K leaderboard. These teams led the league in three-point percentage last year. Minnesota, second. New York, fourth.
A stat every team wants to excel in. Three-point shooting. Both of these teams were fantastic from deep last season.
A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. Here's Duncan. He's got 13. There's the screen by Johnson. From deep three-point land. Offensive board. Here's Boomer. 5 points in the game. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Here's Flash. They set the pick. Pass to Doctor. Fires for three. And again, New York with the triple.
They're making it look easy out there, just having fun.
Yeah, offensively, they've just been rolling. Impossible to stop.
Boomer passes to Blackman. Here's Duncan, looking to end the run. He nails it. That's his fifth make in 11 tries.
His third triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half.
Pass to Freeman. The three ball. And the basket by the Doctor. The Doctor's got 13 in the second half.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it. That is good offense, unselfish play.
New York leading by 11. Down low. Here's Big Daddy. And down it goes. Dumped it through off a beautiful setup.
Credit them for making the right halftime adjustments.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks. Commissioner Silver talked about health, and he said that some of the injuries that our young players are experiencing are overuse injuries. In earlier eras, players at school participated in different sports depending on the season. He said perhaps a return to that approach is warranted. Ryan, back to you.
Interesting thought. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
That one's off. Good on the second one. You know, it seems like there's much more competition at the big man spot than there used to be.
I think a lot of that is due to the way players are developed now, particularly the big guys. They come in now expected to handle the ball and shoot, and they've watched a number of their predecessors do that in the last couple of decades. Teams now want to have 4 or more shooters on the floor to put great pressure on the opposing defense. So where there used to be 2 spots available for big guys, now they're fighting over 1 spot.
And it's Bird missing. Minnesota trails by 12. Pass to Johnson. And here's James. Here's Blackman. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Lively passes to Blackman. Shot on the wing. And it's Bird with a rebound. New York leading by 12. Shot blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Harris is checked in for Minnesota. And New York has possession. Flash, no good. Now Lively. He's got 11. Here's Blackman. Minnesota again missing.
Defensively, pick your poison. That time, they gambled off the right guy.
Here's Flash. Pass to Bird. Three-pointer. Sends it home from three-point land. Bird's got 5 points.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
Minnesota trails by 15. James with the ball, and looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Goes in for the dunk.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage. One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
Here's Freeman. He's got 5. Out left to the wing. Fires at the elbow. And it's Bird missing.
Blown opportunity there. He's got to have a short-term memory. Forget about that one.
Inside, Blackman passes to Lively. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for New York?
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
How great have they been? I mean, shooting the ball from outside the arc, they have absolutely been lights out.
Both good from the line that time. New York leading by 13. 1:52 left to play in the third quarter here. Pass to Bird. Nice form on the 20-footer. Bird's got 5 points in the quarter.
Good passing to set that up. Teamwork on display.
James outside. Harris outside. The rebound by Cowboy. Cowboys got 6 rebounds here tonight. To the inside. Here's the Magician. Yep, count it. And New York leads by 17.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Harris outside. Back to James. Lively passes to James. Clock at 6. The 3, here's Harris. He buries it from 3. Harris has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
26 seconds left in the third quarter. Down low. And the basket by Freeman. Freeman's got 7 points.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
The 3. It doesn't go for him. And so it's New York in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And it's their 3-point accuracy that has helped them build such a healthy lead. We'll be right back after this word. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the court for Minnesota, they've got James, and it's Harris in at the 5, down low.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
And Minnesota making a change here. Johnson's checked in.
Into the lineup for Minnesota, number 25, Johnson.
Pass to Duncan. Here's the teardrop, rebounded by the great.
I think he got too fast there. Got ahead of himself, and it cost him.
Here's Bird. Lets the three fly. Drains the triple. Bird's got 10 points here in the second half.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Here's Boomer. That falls. Nice feed that time from James. James has got 3 assists in the game. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. To the middle. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
That one's good for 2. And it's 8 points for Doc.
Perfect dime drop that time. Nice execution of the bounce pass.
Pass to Big Daddy. Oh, stolen by Harris. To the paint. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
Great teamwork on that drive, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
James, no good on the free throw. New York leading by 13. Pass to Doctor. There's the triple. Gets the 3-ball to go. The Doctor's got 33.
He hit a couple from range in the first half, but now his confidence is through the roof.
James passes to Duncan. Knocked loose. Fast break. Here comes New York. Here's the great. And there's the lay-in. And New York leads by 18.
And just good hustle. Always nice to get an easy bucket on the break.
I think one of the best ways, guys, to score in transition is that quick hitter after the first burst.
Boomer. The three-pointer off the mark.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Here's ABC, and the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a 3-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. And Clark, the Defensive Player of the Year award tends to go to shot blockers, insinuating that bigs really have a greater impact on that end of the floor.
Well, you know, the counting stats favor big guys. I mean, when you think about block shots and defensive rebounds, clearly big guys would tend to corral numbers in those areas. But still being on that back line means they're involved in a lot of plays, and they've got to do more than just block shots and rebounds. So to answer the question, generally, I'd say yes. The offense is flowing through him right now. He just keeps coming.
Pass to the great. Here's ABC. Here's the great. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Oh, and Johnson slams it in.
Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
Here's the great. Pass to ABC. The three is up. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now. Minnesota trails by 21. And here's Lively. It's intercepted. Here's the great out to the right wing. Here's the doctor. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Here's Duncan. Pass to Johnson. So many great young players coming into this league, Clark. It puts pressure on those aging vets.
Yeah, the Hall of Famer Kevin McHale described it like this. He said, I see everything that I could do. I just can't do anything about it. That's a tough feeling. And I didn't have to actually experience that because I got injured early in my career. I had to pack it up that way.
They've been a little soft with their defense on the interior.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint.
New York making a switch here. Freeman's checked in. For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 8 from the field so far in the fourth. Pass to Lively. They set a pick. Lots of room. And he hits the jumper.
Number 45. Assist goes to Lively.
And here's New York now. They're on a 15-6 run. Here's the great. Four on the clock. Beyond the arc. That's basket number 6 in 8 tries.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Here's Duncan. Pass to Lively. All right, so let's say we give you a carte blanche, Clark. Make you Adam Silver for a day. What's one game rule you change?
You know, I kind of like what the WNBA does in regards to the reset timeout, BA. Allow you to advance the ball without huddling up like a normal timeout. And I really think it helps the end of the game move a little better.
It's stolen by Johnson. And they're on the run. Takes one from 10 feet. And a moment to check out who New York has coming up on Saturday and then on Thursday.
And looking at the Dallas matchup, that will be the 8th contest of the year for them. The season is young, but they are starting to sharpen up.
2 shots.
And he drops it first. No good on the second free throw. New York has gone 4 of 4 from outside during the fourth. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.